a game of football. This World Cup just keeps delivering. It just keeps delivering over and over and over again. And we just got watching a game where I think is gonna live on for. It's gonna be a World Cup classic. I think it's gonna be one of those World Cup classics. And it's crazy because it's coming after the Cape Verde game. It's coming off that game, and I thought that was my favorite game of the World Cup so far. But then we get this. Then we get this performance, and it's really boiled down to one thing and one thing only, and it's the Lionel Messi show. That's all it boils down to. That is all that it boils down to. The fact that this was the Leo Messi show. And it's kind of crazy too because if we really just get into the game, right? When you really get into it, I think Argentina were bad. Like Argentina were not good at all. And it's something I've also kind of been noticing in this World Cup is that Argentina are they don't really play very well this tournament, and it's for defending champions to come in and start playing the way they have been playing this tournament, really and truly. It's been kind of disappointing from them. Obviously people want to back them for the fact that they are world champions, that of course, and for as long as you have Messi on your team, you know what I'm saying, you always have a chance. But I'm looking at this Argentina team, right, and it looks like they've aged like 6 years. Like the likes of Enzo Fernandez, McAllister, they always get outrun in midfield. They don't have the physical capabilities of fighting against the likes of Cape Verde, the likes of Egypt, and it makes no sense to me why it is that case for people that should be in their physical prime, right? Like we saw it at the beginning of this game, like really and truly, they had no answers for Egypt, right? They had no answers for Egypt. I think Egypt had a pretty good game time. They were able to sit back and absorb pressure here and there, right? And hit them on the fast break, hit them on the fast counter. It was really good. And I think what really helped Egypt a lot too was the fact that Argentina didn't really have any width to their game with the way they started. Obviously, they had like the Paul, they had Enzo, they had Paredes. The only person really who's providing width for them was Tagliafico at the left. And that's just it. Like they had no width, so they were playing very narrow, very central play, and it was just easy for Egypt to just sit back, just hold their line properly. You know what I'm saying? Just have the full, and just defend them easily. It was very easy for them to defend against them. Don't get me wrong; they had chances, right? They had chances, obviously, but that man right there in goal for Egypt in that first half, who I think his name's Shabir. I was on a call with my friend. I'm like, yeah, Liverpool might have to sign him up. I can't lie because what he was doing in that first half, they might have firstly saving the penalty. And you know what? For Messi, for someone who's so great at everything, free kicks, dribbling, passing, big moments, all that, his penalties, man, his penalties are really bad. It's actually funny thinking one of the greatest of all time when it comes to just 12 yards from the ball from the goal. His penalties, man, they are really bad. And fair play to Egypt, man. Like they really fought. They really fought against. I want to give them their props. The likes of Shubir, I think like he was unbelievable in goal, like I've already mentioned. But also likes of Hassan. Hassan, that man was he was Egypt's outlet, and he was unbelievable forward and backwards. I think defensively he was doing a job, and going forward, carrying the ball, just driving with the ball, driving at Argentina on the counter every single time. And every single time you look at them and they're like, hey man, something might come out of this because of every time he was just driving on that right hand side. And even the goal that came from it, right? It's just unbelievable, man, unbelievable. And honestly, I think in that first half, I don't know what it was about Egypt. Argentina. I mean, I really don't get what's with them. I think their play was really slow. I think they're just too central. I think no one else really was willing to step up. Like Julian Alvarez has had a bad tournament. Julian Alvarez had a bad tournament, and that sucks because I rate him so highly. I think he's one of the best strikers in the world. I think he's had a very bad tournament. I'm looking at Enzo Fernandez. I'm like you're looking at that first half, right, and everything is just especially when they went one down, when they went a goal down, especially when Egypt, when Messi missed the penalty, when Messi obviously hit the post with that free kick. It was looking like, man, it's It's looking dark. It's looking dark, and it got even more dark in that second half when Egypt scored again, making it 2-0, which should have been 3-0 at the time because obviously they had a goal disallowed with that foul against Enzo Fernandez and everything. Like, my thoughts on it, that's a foul. Like, if we're being realistic, if we're being real about it, that was a foul, right? Like, Enzo Fernandez was fouled in that moment. So let's just that's not the craziest thing there. And it's, come on, that was a foul. Now, one thing you may argue is that, was it a foul in terms of, okay, yes, it was a foul, but like, was the play gone away from the foul far enough for it to still matter, if that makes sense? Like, so maybe if there was a break in between, so let's say the foul happened and there was a throw in, then maybe Egypt scored from that throw in, then maybe you would think about it and be like, maybe that the goal should have stood. But you look at it, I think Enzo gets fouled, Hassan gets the ball, runs with the ball, drives with the ball, passes around a little bit into goal. Like, that happened all in the span of like a couple of seconds, right? That happens all in the span. So it was still within that play, So I think realistically the goal shouldn't have stood because it was a foul. So anyone who's been hopping about saying it's corrupt and whatnot, it's a foul. Now, what I will say is, I think that foul, that type of ruling is not consistent, right? That ruling is not, because for a different game, that the exact same situation would happen, but the goal would probably still stand. But I think the right decision was made. I just don't think the right decision is made consistently throughout other games, right? But regardless of that, Egypt still got their goal and still made it 2-0, right? And at that point, we're thinking history is about to be made. We are thinking, yeah, it's over for Argentina at this point, because even Messi in that game, I think for the first like 75 minutes, I think Messi actually looked like his age in that game. Like some of the part, like, he received the ball, his first touch was bad. He was losing the ball so many times. Like, anytime he gets down the ball, they just bully him off it. They just body him, they body check him every single time. He actually looked like his age. Like, it was really bad for Messi in that game, really. But then that hydration break happened, that last hydration break, right? And then Messi comes out. The whole team comes back in, and then Messi decides to be like, yo, everyone else, move out the way. I'm about to carry. And that's what Messi did. Messi does it once again. How is Messi at 39 years old still looking like the best player in the world? When Messi decides, I want to change the game now, he does it. And he does it he's 39 years old, for crying out loud. He's 39, bro. And he's still deciding games. He's still running games. He's just deciding that, you know what, I want to score now. And he scores. He comes off, and I think I noticed about Messi too, after the hydration break, he kind of drifted onto the right this time, right? I think he also did it for the Cape Verde game, right? When they were kind of like losing everything, he started drifting onto the right, starting adding more width to the game, and from that point onwards, it was cash money. That cross for Romero, just brilliant, and the goalkeeper couldn't do anything about it. He kind of just rooted to the place, to the spot. There's nothing he could have done about that. And then the finish for the second goal, just the technique behind that, again, is just unbelievable. Like, Messi literally dragged Argentina to that win. He dragged them. And honestly, he's been doing this the whole tournament. If you really look at it, Messi has been dragging Argentina this whole tournament. This Argentina team, like, it's crazy. I genuinely think that 2022 World Cup team that won the World Cup, I think that team was so much better than this one. This team, honestly, is being carried by Messi. Obviously, Messi had his fingerprints all over that World Cup win, right? He had his fingerprints all over it, and even then. But at least then you had a hungry Julian Alvarez coming off the bench, getting a goal. You had McAllister playing unbelievably, earning his move to Liverpool. You had a young Enzo Fernandez also coming in, like, just running in midfield, just constantly. DePaul being physically dominant. This team right now, besides Messi, if Messi doesn't step up for a game, I don't know how this team wins. They don't win without him. He does. If it's not for Messi, I think this team would have been knocked out by now. That's how crazy I think this is. At 39-year-old, still carrying these guys, and obviously the final goal at the end, with Lautaro crossing it in, and then obviously Enzo Fernandez scoring the winner, completing the comeback. Sensational, everything like that. But now obviously there are little suspicious parts of that game. I think for that play that happened right there, right, where I think in the box, I think Salah, and I forgot which other player it was, kind of like had that little entanglement. Salah falls down, feels like he was fouled, and then obviously Argentina goes on and scores that goal, right? Now, if you look at it, there is a part of me that thinks that that was a foul on Salah. If I'm being completely objective, there is a part of me that thinks that that was a foul on Salah, even though it probably is really soft, you know. But again, it's all now it goes down to consistency of the referees. People now have been saying that Argentina are being backed by FIFA and but that's ridiculous. I think people are just really hating on Argentina. And fair, you can hate. You can hate as much as you want on the team and the player or whatever. Cool. Like that's just part of football. It's always going to be a thing, right? But to now think that they're being backed by FIFA, they're being given an easy route, and what all these excuses that people are making, is just grow up. People just need to grow up. Honestly, that just please, come on now. That I just think some decisions just went to Argentina's way, and that happens sometimes in teams. That Arsenal won a flipping Premier League by having kickboxing matches in the box all season long. So like, it's refereeing. It happens, whatever. But really, here I just wanted to speak on Messi. Messi once again, just giving us another moment of magic. Like, and it's sad to think that this might be one of his last moments, really showing us the quality that he has, showing us why he's the GOAT, showing us why he's the best of all time. But I do also want to speak on Argentina. Argentina, like I said, have not been really good this tournament. Argentina has been average, with Messi carrying them, realistically. Honestly, if Argentina get a team of a high caliber, get on the likes of a France, the likes of a Spain, like teams of that nature, I think Argentina are going to get destroyed. Because honestly, this is just, it's so they've been so average. They've been so average. Like, I don't know how they're gonna make it past. Because at some point, Messi won't be able to keep saving these guys. Like, I think Colombia is gonna give them a game. Colombia is going to give them a game. And even if they make it through Colombia, I think even England, as much as England is always overrated and whatnot, I still think the way that Argentina is playing, I think England can easily beat them. England can easily beat them. So it's crazy. But hey, man, as a fan of Messi, as a fan of the football that he plays, as someone who is privileged to have witnessed the greatest of all time play, I'm just happy that I was able to see an unbelievable all-timer performance in that World Cup by Messi. Just brilliant. And yeah, man, I want to call it there. And what a World Cup this has been. What a World Cup. I haven't covered all the games, but I've been watching them. But it's just pure cinema. And yeah, man, that's where I'm gonna leave it. Peace out.